All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for dialing in for tonight's corporate webinar. Here we have Perak Transit Bhd. We're glad to honor to have the company's CFO, Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
Okay, and they just released its Q1 financial year 2025 earning result yesterday. I mean Monday. As you know, Perak Transit Bhd is involved in the operation of integrated public transportation terminal in Perak, and Jennifer will provide us with more detail later. Okay, without further ado, we'll start the presentation. And now I will share the screen. Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone. I hope everyone can see the screen. Okay. So, again, we will go through the presentation slide, then followed by a Q&A session. Okay. Let's move to page 5. So today I'm using my phone, so I have some technical issue with my laptop, so I will need Shane help me to move the screen. Okay, so here page 5. So I would like to highlight on the first quarter revenue. Okay, so our terminal operation basically consists of 69% of our total group revenue. In quantum is approximately 33.5 million. Whereas the petrol stations operation consists of 17% out of our total group revenue. In quantum is around 8.3 million. Whereas our stage bus operations is approximately 13% of our total group revenue. In quantum is approximately 6.5 million. So in the first quarter EBITDA, our terminal operation basically consists of 32 million. Okay, so the stage bus operations, which consists of 1.6 million, whereas the petrol stations operation consists of 0.3 million. Okay, so next move to slide number 7, which is the financial results. Okay, so in these slides, basically, you can see that our revenue in the first quarter basically have improved from 42.8 million to 48.3 million, which is an increase in the revenue of approximately 8.4% year on year and around 13% Q on Q. Okay, so in regards to our PATAMI, it is also increased by from 33.8 million to 35.8 million in the first quarter. Okay, so the EBITDA margin is approximately 74% in the first quarter. Okay, so our PATAMI have also improved from 17.9 million to 19.8 million in the first quarter. So in regards to the growth rate, so it's approximately 11.8% increase year on year and around 10.3% Q on Q. So our PATAMI margin is approximately 41%. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so in regards to this slide, this is actually a segmental revenue breakdown. Okay, so our terminal operations consist of approximately 69% of our total group revenue. Okay, so the terminal operation basically improved 15.7% year on year and around driven by the commencement of Bhd central operation and also higher rental income and increased revenue sharing from tenants. So in regards to our petrol station, there is a slight increase around 1.7% year on year and around 28.3% Q on Q. So this increase is mainly due to higher fuel prices, particularly in regards to the diesel. Okay, so for bus operation, there is a slight decrease year on year, which is approximately 2.7%. So there is an increase in terms of the bus operation revenue, which is around 20.3% Q on Q. Okay, so the slight decrease is due to the lower contribution from stage bus service transformation program. But on a Q on Q basis, there is basically an improvement. Okay, so for the telco tower constructions operation, there is a decrease of 98.7% year on year and around decrease of 88.4% telco tower construction site being secured during the quarter. Okay, so but our company is actively seeking for new projects, for example, 5G tower and etc. Next slide, please. Okay, so in regards to the EBITDA breakdown by operations, so our EBITDA margins for terminal operations is above 90%, whereas for bus operations is between 25 to 33%, whereas for petrol stations is between 2 to 4%. Okay, so in regards to the EBITDA breakdown in the first quarter, okay, you can see that our terminal operation consists of approximately 32 million, and our bus operation consists of 1.6 million, whereas the petrol station consists of around 0.3 million. So which derive a total of 34 million in the first quarter. Next slide, please. Slide 10. Okay, thank you. So next slide is in regards to the terminal revenue rate. Advertising and promotional spaces is consistent at 13.2 million. Okay, so this is already inclusive of the contribution from Bhd Central. And then the rental of shop and kiosk is approximately 16.5 million. Okay, so the project facilitation fees is around 3 million. In total, it consists of 33.5 million. So below there is a pie chart. Okay, so our rental of shop and kiosk is approximately 49%, and the rental of advertising and promotional spaces is approximately 40%. Okay, whereas the project facilitation fees is approximately 9%, and we have the rest of the revenue at 1% each. Next slide, please. Okay, thank you. Next slide is in regards to the dividend that we have announced, the second interim dividend, RM0.005 per shares, which to be payable on the 25th of August 2025. Next slide, please. Okay, next slide is on the net gearing ratio. So in the first quarter, our net gearing ratio basically have decreased from 66% to 64%. Okay, so our total equity basically have improved from 753 million to 769 million in the first quarter. Okay, So in regards to our total borrowing, we have also decreased from 785 million to 767 million. This is due to quarterly repayment of our sukuk financing, and our cash have also decreased from 285 million to 271 million in the first quarter. Okay, let's move to slide 14 on the project facilitation fees. Okay, so this is in regards to the lower concentration in the project facilitation fees. So in the first quarter, you can see that the project facilitation fees contributions only consist of around 6% of our total group revenue. So if you compare Q on Q, if you compare year on year on the first quarter 2024, it's actually 17%. So it's actually decreased from 17% to 6%. Okay, so in regards to the current order book is around 20 million to be recognized over a 1-year period. So although there is an decrease in these contributions, but we have expansion plans in place that with this lower concentration or dilutions in terms of the project facilitation fees, it will not affect our growth in terms of our top line and also bottom line. Okay, next slide, please, on the Terminal Meraya. Slide 15, please. Thank you. Okay, so in regards to Terminal Meraya, the current occupancy rate is approximately 80%. Okay, so this is actually a 2-story building with a basement car park. So you can see that the ground floor consists of terminal, the upcoming supermarket, and we have also travel agency, convenience store, office, eateries, and retailers. And then first floor, we have Tibet Academy, karaoke, snooker center, eateries, and also retailers. Okay, next slide, please, on Gempar Putra Central. Okay, so in regards to Gempar Putra Central, the current occupancy rate is approximately 77%. Okay, so it's University Town with 11-story building. So we have entertainment centers, sports centers, upcoming supermarket, ballroom. We have also, for example, the UTM Academy, and so forth. So it's actually a mix, diversified mix of tenants in Gempar Putra Central. Next slide. Slide 17. Yep, okay. So in regards to P-Trans in-house terminal management system, so this system have already implemented at Gempar Putra Central and also Bhd Central. So upcoming, it will also be implemented in the terminal that is owned or managed by our company. Next slide, please. Slide 18. Okay, so Bhd Central, basically, we have commenced the operation in September 2024. So there are a few anchor tenants that already operate their business or even sign the tenancy with our company. Next slide, slide 19. Okay, so the current occupancy rate of Bhd Central is approximately 67%. Okay, it's a 3-story building. So ground floor, we have the bus terminal. Then we have TF Value Mart, clothing store, F&Bs. And first floor, we have bowling alley. And second floor, we have badminton court and also newly signed tenants, which is pickleball court. Okay, the net leasable area for Bhd Central is approximately 182,000 square feet. Next slide, please. Okay, so here are just some of the pictures of our anchor tenant, TF Value Mart grand opening. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is the new F&B tenants that have already operated in January. Next slide, please. Okay, so 3 of our terminals have already completed and commenced their operations. So in the future pipeline, under constructions are Toronto Central and Seri Iskandar Central. So both terminal currently are under piling stage. Okay, so under constructions. So Toronto Central is expected to complete its constructions next year, 2026, and Seri Iskandar Central is expected to complete its constructions by 2028. Next slide, please. Slide 23. Yep. Okay, so this is in regards to the bus.my the stage bus service transformation program. Okay, so we have consider a renewal of the contracts with the contract value of 65.85 million over a 5 years period. So we have acquired 55 new diesel buses to cover 17 routes. Okay, next slide. Next slide is in regards to terminal management contracts. Okay, so previously we have already secured 2 terminals. Next slide, slide 25. So slide 25 is in regards to Terminal Police Central that we have announced recently. Okay, so in regards to this Terminal Police Central, the land area is approximately 5.31 acres, and the gross built-up area is around 19,000 square feet, and the net leasable area is around 2,700 square feet, with 3 arrival bay, 3 departure bay, and 8 holding bay. Okay, currently there is 27 of express bus operator already operating in this terminal. Okay, so we basically have commenced the operation on 24th of March 2025, even before we signed the MOU. Okay, so currently we are giving a trial run. So it's a free charges to the express bus operator and also the passengers. But moving forward, we will start to incur charges. So this contract is around 15 years. So the estimated capex to upgrade and to maintain is around 3 million over a 15 years, which is the contract period lah. Okay, so in terms of the revenue structure, it's not a fixed management fees, whereas it's a profit generated from the leasing of our commercial areas and also the terminal management system, for example, the sales ticket, the facility fees, the boarding charges, the bus entrance fees, and on top of that, we will also have car park fees, taxi entrance fees, and so on. So this terminal is just 3 kilometers from the Kanga city center, and then there is 2 university near this terminal, which is University Technology Mara Police Branch and also University Malaysia Police. Okay, so moving forward, we actually actively management contracts with the different local council in different states. So some we are still at a negotiation stage. Okay, next slide please is on the telco tower constructions operation. Let's move to slide 27. Okay, so currently we are still sorry, there's some technical issue. So I think that never mind. We are at slide 27. So in regards to the telco tower constructions operation, so we have completed 11 project sites. Currently, we are actively securing more customers and also to look into 5G tower constructions. So because in the previous projects, all are basically 4G towers. Okay, so let's move to slide 29 is in regards to the ESG initiative. Okay, so in regards to the ESG initiative, this is basically extracted the data from our 2024 annual report. Okay, so I think the one that we need to highlight here is the acquisitions of EV buses and also the EV charging station. So those are the initiatives that we have moving forward. Okay, page 30 is in regards to the ESG targets. Okay, so ESG targets are basically we also extracted the data from our annual report, recent annual report. So let's move to page 30. Okay. Sorry, Shane, can we move to page 30? Thank you. Okay, so basically we have 6 material topics. Okay, natural resources in regards to the carbon emission, and then we have workforce management in regards to the women representation, health and safety, zero fatality. Okay, human and labor rights, zero human rights violation, community engagements. We have an increase in terms of the passengers being facilitated by our bus operation, corporate governance, zero corruptions. Okay, so next page, page 31 is in regards to the solar system. Okay, so basically there is zero capex to our company lah. So basically we have engaged with TNB and also G-Spark, collaborate with them to install solar in our terminal and also petrol station. So the last slide 32, okay, so it's in regards to some of the data in regards to EV bus and EV charging station. So we basically have already ordered 3 units of EV coastal city bus lah. Okay, so it will take at least 6 months for delivery. So once delivered, then we only will commence operation with the EV coastal city bus. Okay, thank you. I think we can open up for Q&A session now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for Jennifer just now presenting for us for the latest quarter and the business update. Let me stop for the sharing first. Jennifer, are you get ready for the Q&A?
Yes.
All right. The first question is, could you share more detail about the Terminal Perak Central current operation and what kind of passenger or commercial traffic are you expecting in the initial phase?
Okay, so we have commenced operation on the 24th of March. So currently there is 27 express bus operator already operating. So currently we are actively securing tenants lah to fill up the commercial areas. Okay, for the shop and kiosks, advertising and promotional. Okay, so currently we are still charging doesn't charge any fees lah to the express bus operators and also the passengers, so still free of charge. So but we will be charging very soon in the near term. Okay, so the footfall traffic we are expecting in Perak Central, it will be half of what we are having at Terminal Meru Raya, which is quite good footfall traffic that we are expecting lah. So like Meru Raya, in terms of the total footfall traffic, passengers, visitors, and so forth, 1 year is around 2 million. So then Police Central, we expect it could hit 1 million per year.
Okay. Okay. Also about the Terminal Paris Central, what is expected revenue contribution in the near term? I think just now you also include it, right?
Okay, so in regards to the expected revenue contribution for Terminal Police Central, okay, so like if you compare to Kuantan Central, it's a fixed management fees. So what we are expecting here, there will be more upside for Police Central, because it's based on the profit being generated from the commercial areas, leasing of commercial area, terminal management system, car park fees, and so on. So we expect double the contributions if it is fully operational.
Okay. Okay, this question about the Bus Malaysia service in Ipoh. Have you seen an increase in tourist ridership since its launch?
Okay, so this bus.my is actually not something new. So we have been operating this, previously it's called My Bus lah. We have been operating this My Bus for 8 years, since 2016. So this is a renewal contracts for a 5 years period lah. Okay, so in regards to bus.my, it's not about the ridership lah. So it is about the services we provided to the public, and then the government will pay us based on cost per kilometer run. So regardless of the ridership, because the bus fare that we collected, we also need to be pass it back to the federal government. But the responses is increasing lah, because the government have initiative to give concession card, which is free of charge to the elderly and also the students to ride on the buses itself. So together with the government, the initiative, so we see increasing in terms of the ridership lah.
Okay. Okay, just now you also explained about the concession card for student, also senior citizen. How about tourists?
Tourists for foreigner need to be charged lah. So the free concession card is only for students, senior citizen, OKU, and so forth lah. So basically it's for Malaysian, not for foreigners.
Okay. Is there any revenue sharing about this with government?
No, it's not revenue sharing. All the bus fare received, we need to pass it back to the federal government. Okay. So in return, we will receive cost per kilometer run. So that's why they monitor on our operation. So make sure there is a punctuality, the frequency in terms of the trip, no bus breakdowns, and so forth. So they basically monitor using GPS and the electronic ticketing machines in our buses, so that they pay us based on kilometer run, so regardless of the ridership.
Okay, got it. Okay. Could you elaborate more on the MOU signed with Majlis Daerah Kuala Kangsar? What are the key objectives of this collaboration?
I think the MOU we signed is with the Majlis Perbandarayam Kanga lah. That one is the Police Central. Okay. So this is a asset-light business of our terminal operation. Okay, so which we provide an upgrading and renovations to the existing terminal owned by the local council. Okay, so basically we will spend some capex. So for example, for Police Central is around 3 million over 15 years, the contract period lah. Okay, so we will have to upgrade, implement terminal management systems, to install equipments and so forth, car park system and so forth. So we will upgrade the terminal. Then in return, we will basically have profit being generated from leasing of commercial areas, from the terminal management system, car park fees and so forth. So this allow us to actually grow faster. Okay, so because under our develop, own and operate model, so to build a new terminal, it will take at least 2 to 3 years with a very high capex incurred, capital intensive kind of asset construction. So, but with terminal management projects, so we can actually do it faster, grow faster, which we can concurrently, we can operate and renovate concurrently. So once we have secured the contract, then we can start operating and do renovations here and there and so forth concurrently okay. So then we can actually replicate this model in different state and also with different local council, different terminal. So at the same time, so this help us to basically grow faster with lesser capex being incurred.
Okay. Okay. How does the Terminal Perak Central different in terms of business model compare with your other terminal like Kuantan Central and Alor?
Okay, so the main difference with Kuantan Central is the revenue structure, which is Police Central is based on profit generating from leasing of commercial area. Okay, so which means that you make your own profit from the terminal itself. Whereas for Terminal Kuantan Central is based on fixed management fees. So there will be little upside last so because that revenue have already fixed. So whereas for Terminal Alor is similar with Police Central, which is also based on profit generated from the terminal itself.
Okay. Okay. They're asking for your latest development about the two news terminal. What is the current development status of Terminal Toronto and Terminal Seri Iskandar?
Okay, both terminal currently are at piling stage. Okay, so Toronto expected to complete next year, 2026. Whereas Seri Iskandar expected to be completed in 2028.
Okay, quite good. Okay, the next question asking the telco tower. On your telco tower segment, could you provide update on the deployment? Will it update to 5G?
Yes. Basically, we have completed 11 project sites, but all are 4G. So now there is actually not much 4G projects ongoing now. So now it's looking at 5G. But because our customers are looking at MCMCs to award them with the 5G projects. So once they have gotten the project, then they only will award it to their contractors lah. So that's why the telco tower status now is status quo lah. So we basically are waiting for them to obtain the 5G awards, then they only will pass it down to their contractors. So that's why this is about the telco tower segment lah. So we are moving forwards to 5G, yes.
Okay. Okay, the next question asking about Kota Baru Central. Is there any more upcoming contract with the state government?
Okay, for Kota Baru Central, so we didn't get a consensus, a mutual consensus with the Kelantan state government in regards to the land acquisition stage lah. So on this, I think you'll be aware that there is news from the state government saying that they will take over the projects and so forth. So currently we haven't received an official letter from them yet in regards to total stop in terms of the negotiation. So currently we put aside this project, so we move forward with our other project, for example, the terminal management opportunities in other states or in other terminal. So Kota Baru Central currently is we basically put aside currently because we doesn't get a mutual consensus in regards to the land acquisition.
Okay. Okay. Regarding the terminal management of Paris, understand now is trial run. May I know tentative when will be the revenue contributed? What's your estimate for the revenue? I think just now we discussed it. Do you have anything want to add on?
No, basically in terms of when the revenue will be contributed, it will be in the near terms within these few months. So I think the estimated revenue it will have more upside for Police Central if we compare to Kuantan Central . So if fully operational, it will somewhere double of what we achieve at Kuantan Central.
Okay. We wait for the good news on the coming quarter. Okay. There is a renovation of Malacca bus station seen on the news. Does Perak Transit might take it for the terminal management service in the future?
We are actually looking for terminal management opportunities . So regardless of which states or which terminal. So if there is opportunities, of course we will actually look into it and then see the potentials, the demands, the revenue contribution, the forecast of this terminal, the potential of the terminals. So yes, we are open to all the terminal management opportunities in Malaysia.
That means you also have the target to expand your business to Malacca, right?
There is no restrictions. So wherever there is opportunity, so either a new view or a terminal management, we are happy to enter into as long as there is catalyst, there is potential, so there is demand and so forth.
Okay. Okay, they're asking the shareholder. Dato Seri Chong Confit, total shareholding dropped from 30% in December 2024 to 16% in May 2025. Similarly, with Dato Ong Chun Ming's shareholding decreased from 9% in March 2024 to 4% in April 2025. Could you provide some insight of these changes?
Okay, in regards to Dato Sri Chong Confit, basically he sold his shares, some of his shares to GLC and also some institutional fund, which is a long-term investor . So for Dato Ong, I can't answer on behalf of him . So basically he is no longer the significant substantial shareholders of our company . So whereas for Dato Sri Chong is because he sold to long-term investor.
Okay, thank you. All right. I think we answer almost all of the question tonight. If investor you have more questions, you can pop up, and our Jennifer are welcome to answer it. Okay. Between waiting for the question. Okay. Perak Transit Bhd is like you all can see from it, the company is continue to deliver steady and improving result every quarter. This is supported by the strong business model and their active management, like just now Jennifer explained. And the company also keep for us update with the latest business development and future plan, like terminal like for yep. Is there a new question pop up? Oh, okay. What is about the profit margin for the Paris management system?
Okay, so overall, our terminal profit margin is approximately 56% in the totality.
How many percent again? 56.
56 is for the profit after tax for our whole terminal operation. So it's almost similar at that range.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. And yeah, the company also keep update with us the latest business development and future plan like Terminal Toronto and Terminal Seri Iskandar and now at the new Terminal Paris Central. Also, Perak Transit also distribute quarterly interim dividend to reward to us shareholder. There was from all of this, we can show that the company commitment to being transparent, growing steadily, and creating long-term value for everyone is involved in. That's why Perak Transit Bhd is still with us today. All right. Okay. I think tonight investor is quite okay. There are no more questions pop up. Okay, before we end, Jennifer, do you have any remark for our investor before we end? Closing remark?
Okay, and is about our growth factors moving forward. So number one is this year 2025 with full year contribution from Bhd Central. Okay, secondly is there's still room for improvement in terms of the occupancy rate for our existing terminal. Like currently Meru is 80%, so we can actually go up to 85. Okay, then Gambas Putra currently is 77%, so we can go up to 80%. Okay, and Bhd Central currently is 67%, so we can actually go up to 70 and even more. Okay, so subsequently is the actively securing more terminal management contracts. So like currently we have 3, so more contracts to be secured in the future. Okay, to actually promote a faster growth. Okay, in addition of that, we have also actively securing more routes, more bus routes, more contract with the governments itself. And then we have also currently doing shuttle bus with universities, for example, UniKL, Polytechnic, and so forth. Okay, and then subsequently is to secure more telco tower site projects for 5Gs and even smart bus stop and so forth. Okay, and then upcoming the long-term expansion plan, we have Toronto and Seri Iskandar. So Toronto are expected to be completed next year, and Seri Iskandar is 2028. And then also the organic growth from our existing operation itself. So basically, these are the growth factors and then the initiative that we are moving forward. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Jennifer, for a presentation tonight. And okay, we end for the webinar now. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Jennifer. Okay, bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye. Good night.
Good night.